Hey, I'm a snarky rendition of the artist that looks nothing like the real person. In fact, the artist was too lazy to make enough sprites, so all you'll be seeing is a recycled number of faces that flicker between generally dissatisfied and pleasantly amused. My monotonous voice and lack of true enthusiasm is sure to draw in all of the cynical young artists who are searching for some sort of salt or drama to spice up their life. Today I will be talking about an artist that you may or may not have heard of. I will be supposedly analyzing their art, except I won't actually be analyzing anything in the dictionary definition sense. Instead, I am giving my controversial opinion under the guise of pseudo-professional analysis and critique. So what is an analysis? An analysis is an in-depth dive into anything you're researching. If it's a book analysis, you're looking at not just the text itself, but the influences that have gone into it, or the reasoning behind it. It's an exploration and a detailed examination of the elements or the structure of something. So for example, I could look at a piece of art and point out that Lun, the artist, is inspired by anime and enjoys digital painting. If I asked him, he would probably tell me which ones. He also enjoys using dark shadows against bright, vibrant colors, which I find very appealing and dynamic. With more research, I could come up with a variety of influences that make this artist who he is. But fuck that, am I right? That's not what YouTube is about. Instead, what I'm going to do is tell you all the things I don't like and point them out, whilst claiming that I'm analyzing it. Because pointing out what's wrong is analysis, right? I mean, look at this. It's awful. The anatomy is terrible, and he doesn't even color inside the lines. In this one, what's with his obsession with these weird cross-hatching lines? To me, that screams lazy. I don't like it. It's bad and not clean. Look at this. The hatching doesn't even make sense. I could give you a detailed critique on ways to improve this image, but I won't, because opinion is analysis. Is that a Pokemon? Goddamn anime trash. Why is the backhand so huge and the front hand so small? That's not how foreshortening works. The framing of this drawing is completely off too. Why is the character squeezed into the top half of the frame with such a huge blank space for the Pokeballs? And even more blank space under it? That's bad. I'm not even going to give you any tips on how to improve it. I'm just going to tell you it's bad. And this one. Boy, this one really is the worst. The skin is pink, and the horns are yellow. That's a terrible choice of colors. Not to mention there's just a random shadow over his face. Where is that coming from? Why is his face dark and the rest of him not? America, explain. To be a good artist, you should be using all the colors granted to you by God to make a rainbow. As an artist, you are not allowed to have a favorite color that you like to work with. It just doesn't work that way. I could give you real critique here on use of color, but instead, I'm just going to point out that your colors are too bright and that you should learn color theory probably. Even though I don't even know what color theory is. In a real analysis, I would probably insert a thought-provoking quote here that really accentuated my point and gave evidence to back up the critiques I was making. But this is not a real analysis, and I'm not giving critique. I'm just pointing out flaws. So what have we learned today, kids? Well, we've learned that my opinion is a form of analysis, and my personal taste is in fact a gauge of whether something is good or not. Who cares about stylistic choices or the fun of the original artist? Fuck that. It doesn't appeal to me, and that's bad. I know some of you are going to say, oh, but this artist is actually pretty good. And I agree, but I also disagree. Because I don't know the difference between criticism and critique.